So received another package yesterday. As you can see, it's quite large. This time, however, I know what it is. I actually bought this and I've been waiting on it arriving. But let's open it up and have a look. I'll give you a quick hint. It's Lego. But not just any Lego, this is a special Lego that just got released. And inside we have a little freebie 6-piece travel passport Lego set. That's cool. Buy one get one free for Legoland. And a shipping invoice. And then we have the main thing itself. Apollo Saturn V Lego. It's made with 1969 pieces of Lego, which just so happens to be the year that Neil Armstrong first set foot on the moon. I got 1969 pieces. This is a special edition for the coming up 50th anniversary of the moon landing. There's the back of it, showing you everything that's inside it. The full Saturn V actually comes apart, so you can get the different modules. You even get a little moon lander. It stands, if I can remember correctly, it stands about 3 feet tall once it's built. Ages 14 plus. I think I'm just in there. So anyway, I'm really excited to get this. The only thing I'm not too sure of is, because it's special edition, I don't know if I want to keep this boxed and therefore it will be worth money later on, or whether to actually make it. Decisions, decisions, decisions. Now if you think about things, it's coming up for 50 years, basically in 2 years and 1 month almost exactly. It will be 50 years since we first set foot on the moon. It will be 48 years since we last set foot on the moon. Why? Take the Star Trek scenario. You've got an advanced alien race out there that's taking a look at this small blue planet, small blue dot in the middle of nowhere. They see us 50 years ago taking the first very small step to going someplace. We get off this planet, we go to the moon. Very small step. And the alien race must be thinking, okay, we'll keep an eye on them, see what goes on. And then nothing happens for 48 years. Yeah, we got the space shuttle, we went into low Earth orbit, we done satellites, without which you wouldn't have things like the internet, your 300 channels of TV, of which there's absolutely nothing on most of the time. But by now we should have been on Mars. We should have kept on going, not completely stopped. It's absolutely ludicrous, the decisions that have been made with regards to space. But anyway, kudos to Lego for making this. I might actually go ahead and order me another one. That way I can actually build one and keep one in the box. So this is the famous grist mill at Tannehill State Park. Tannehill was originally an ironworks. It's on 1,500 acres of ground, not too far from Birmingham. It's about 25 miles southwest of Birmingham. Nowadays it's a large campground. There's a creek, a cold spring, miles and miles of biking, hiking trails, a small gauge train, suites, restaurants, and plenty more to do at the park. Every once in a while they have a Tannehill Trade Days, which is basically a large bringing by, I suppose you could call it a large garage sale type thing. Daniel Hillman, a Pennsylvania furnaceman, first built a bloomery forge on the banks of the Roops Creek in 1830, where he had found the richest deposits of brown ore in his experience. He wrote back to his son, "I believe, George, that my prospects for making a handsome property are better than they ever were." Hillman died 2 years later, and the family's fortune was unmade. Nenny and Tannehill later took up the forge as a sideline to his farming operations. Between 1859 and 1863, slaves cut sandstone rocks, transported them by skids, and stacked them to form 3 tall furnaces. Tannehill No. 1 was built by the noted southern ironmaster Moses Stroop, who later built the Oxmoor furnace, the first in Jefferson County. William Sanders purchased the operation in 1862 and set about expanding the ironworks. Like the wheels and gears of huge machine, the industrial centre at Tannehill kept up a fierce momentum. Trees on the hillsides were felled to be made into charcoal that fed the huge blast furnaces. Roops Creek and a mighty stream engine powered blowing machines to heat the fires that melted ore to be formed into pigs of iron, which in turn formed the tools of war for the Confederacy. At the height of production, Tannehill could turn out 22 tons of iron a day. The iron was cast into ordnance, skillets, pots and ovens for the Southern Army.
On March 31st, 1865, it ended in fire and destruction. 3 companies of the 8th Iowa Cavalry swept through the area as part of the Union General James Wilson's raid on Alabama war industry sites. Smoke rose from the charred remains of the ironworks and cabins that housed several workers. At day's end, the furnaces were no longer operational, and the foundry, tannery, grist mill, and tax-and-kind warehouse were in ruins. The grist mill, the tannery, and the forgery, along with a number of other buildings, were rebuilt. This here is the grist mill, the rebuilt grist mill. It's still a working grist mill today. There are people still using the forgery today. Tannehill State Park is a working example of what happened at an ironworks back during the Civil War.